Welcome back to Kiesel News, everybody. To start off, we have some awesome news today, being that the Helldivers 2 drama has now been resolved, as the PlayStation account linking update is not gonna go ahead. So, TLDR, everyone's complaining actually worked. I think this proves that petitions are completely fucking useless, and all we need to do to have our voices heard is just scream on Twitter enough. Or maybe they just saw the lack of money coming in from any microtransactions, and they were like, oh, people are really mad about this, let's just reverse it. I don't even really care what the reason was. Just the fact that they reversed it so everyone is still able to play Helldivers regardless of their country, that is what matters. Next, I want to address Moist Critical deciding to sue U.S. immigration after they didn't let in his Apex Legends team. Obviously, Moist is rich, right? So he has the funds to do this. So I'm not going to argue that it's impractical for him to do this. I'm just saying, going against something that is as powerful as the U.S. immigration system is going to be a really hard legal battle. But I really, really hope Charlie pulls through here. The fact that his team members from Australia, with no past criminal record as far as we're aware, aren't able to get regular ass visas just for a trip is absolutely insane. I mean, look at those fucking shitty reality TV shows like 90 Day Fiancé. How many crazy people get into the US with visas, no problem. And you can't let these people in just to go play in a tournament? And what's even crazier is that only 2 of the 3 Australians on the team were denied entry. One of them was perfectly fine, and they all should have had no issue. I'd say Critical definitely does have a corruption case on his hands here, because if there's no discernible reason for why this one player can't come into the US, why is he being denied entry? Like, did he fuck the immigration guy's wife? Or did he snipe him in Apex or some shit? Like, what's going on? Was his son watching the streamer's streams and he's just jealous that his son doesn't want to spend time with him? Like, what's going on here? Next up, in lighter news, it's been confirmed that Skeleton Crew is going to use stop motion in some way. Not only that, but it's done by one of the original ILM people from the original movies. So, it should definitely invoke the spirit of the original trilogy. Before we move on to the last big section, we have one last little small section here, which is that Popcorners has unfortunately turned to the dark side, as people have found out that this image they used in their promotional material was made by AI. Should you stop buying popcorners because of this? No, if you like popcorners, keep buying them, whatever. But it is disheartening. I mean, they should still have plenty of fucking money from that Breaking Bad ad. Like, yeah, I'm sure they spent a lot of money on the ad itself, but with the amount of profit that I'm sure it gave them, because I didn't even know popcorners existed before the ad, then they should still have plenty of cash left over. Hell, you're just randomly giving away a 20k cash prize for this derby. If you can spare 20k to give away, then I think you could spare some cash to pay an artist for your promotional material. Rare Popcorners L, oh no. Now to begin our Acolyte coverage. One of the actors has described it as love, mystery, and fighting. Now, the love part is what's particularly interesting, as we haven't really had any indication that there was going to be any sort of romance involved. And we know that the Jedi ban attachments, as they were against Anakin and Padme getting married. So, that makes me wonder if that could be a reason for a Jedi betraying the rest of the Order is due to wanting to get married, just like Anakin. That quote, as interesting as it is, was not the only Acolyte news we got yesterday, as the final trailer dropped. And holy fuck, this show looks absolutely amazing, man. Not a single returning character, just entirely original. So beautiful. What I've wanted from Star Wars for so long. Like, this shit looks filmed better than Andor. It must have had a high budget, which is great. Because as much as I love the Mandoverse, they're clearly running out of budget. It all looks kind of plain. In comparison to this, and the action scenes too, you can just see the inspiration of the Akira Kurosawa movies. The one line from the trailer that really sticks out to me in particular, though, is destiny isn't decided by an anonymous force. The fact that it's likely a Jedi, or at least some form of Force user saying this, is very interesting, as they should obviously be all gung-ho about following where the Force takes you, right? So the fact that they're saying this is really interesting. I thought this was Marok at first when I saw the mask, but I'm very curious to see who this Sith is. Our first canon pre-Palpatine Sith, aside from Darth Bane and Plagueis. I'm so excited. And no, I don't think this is Plagueis himself. I just don't see Plagueis fitting under that mask. His head just doesn't seem to fit. Due to the time frame of the show, though, this could definitely be Plagueis' master.